Hello everybody, this is Nairi from Old Cottage Junk, and I have a flip through that I am so excited to share with you today because I've got a fabulous junk journal to show you that I've been working on for maybe 3-4 months, and she is, if I might so say myself, impressive. So first of all, let's just get a few of the boring measurements up the way, shall we? So she is about 21 centimeters across, and then her spine, and I'm going to try and keep in focus, keep checking. Let's get this piece of paper out of the way. Actually, I'm going to keep checking that you're in focus. This is spine, and the spine is, let's get the right way around, about 12 centimeters, and as you can see she has 5 signatures, all with outside beading. All right, so the front is made up of different fabrics, different sort of little lace pieces and appliques. There's some beading all the way down here, little bits of beading here, little embellishments just to make it fun. And we've got this vintage lace here with some beading on there. So yeah, just different layers layering up. On the back, she's a bit plainer, but again, some vintage fabrics in there as well. So just the journal's got a mixture of my Nairi, my digital kit, Bluebell with digital kit, which you can find on Etsy, and some genuine ephemera as well, and other things as well. So I've mixed it up. It's not just my kit, but there's a lot of my kit in there. So the closure, it will have a piece of sari silk that comes with it, which is like a cream, but obviously it does then cover the front. So the sari silk will come as a loose closure extra with the journal, but there are some ways of doing closures here. So we've got a little leaf hook there, which just keeps it from kind of gaping open when you're not using it. And then we've got 2 little bits of cute fabric here. One's bowed up, one's knotted. But you know, honestly, it's such a big journal that you know, yes, you can close it, but there's a lot going on. So the sari silk will probably just keep it nicely closed on top of as well. Okay, so that's just an ivory sari silk that I've used in other journals before. Okay, so we can open that, and then the way she opens is, first of all, we've got a folio in the back, and then we have the 5 signatures. So I just want to show you how it looks with all the lace and stuff going on in there. Some of them are vintage. So for example, I don't know if you can see this one here. This one's vintage. Some of them aren't, but you know, it's quite a bit of vintage in there. So if you're buying it, bear that in mind, that some might look old, because it is. And then I'm not sure how easily you're going to be able to see these beadings here, but all of the signatures, trying to get a good angle, all of the signatures have beading in them. So I don't know if you can see, like each of the signatures have their own little bead strand, and some of them have got lace on them as well. So it just has a really nice textural feel when you're using a journal, and I've enjoyed that side of it when I've been making it. Okay, so let's open it up. Let's start with just grabbing this folio at the back. So the folio was just there as a little bit of extra fun. It's very simple. It's got more, should we say, genuine ephemera in it than a kit. So I just included some coffee dyed and food colouring dyed paper, so you can still write in there. And then this is from a vintage book. This is some of my collage paper, but you can write in there. This is from a book again. So just a little bit of a fun thin folio that you can take out with a journal and journaling. So that's that one. Okay, and then this is part of my kit here, and it goes in a piece of netting with stars all over it, and then it has some lovely lace down there. So that's that. So then we're going to move back to the front. Interesting. And I'm going to make sure that I'm well in frame here. So she is chunky, as you can see. So what you could do if you owned the journal is you could take out some of the added extras in here which are a bit thicker, which I'll kind of point out to you as you go through. So this is the sari silk, the colour and everything that's going to go right around the front when it goes out in the post. Alright, so let's just get this right. So we start off in the front and we've got this belly band which is made out of fabrics. It's got card on it. It's like one layer belly band. It's got an applique on there, and then behind there a coin pocket, and inside we've got some genuine French letter. That is actually, I think it's 18th century, so that's the real thing. Pop that in there. We start off with a lovely cat. So it's going to be awkward at the start because I'm holding on to this chunky stuff, but as we go through it'll be fine. So we've got a tag to write on there. So I'm going to go into quite a lot of detail because it's a big journal. It's, you know, it's quite pricey, and so therefore someone needs to see exactly what's going on. We've got a little cluster here. We've got a little stamp there. We've got some embellishment there. Okay, so that's page 1. I think I've just managed to clip 2 things together there. I'm going to put it back as well because if I don't, I won't remember where they were. Okay, so on this side, that was obviously on there, we have a bluebell wood scene with a cottage, which I've left blank because I think it's really pretty. This here could obviously be journaled on because it's quite pale. Then you have a tuck spot there for your own things. So what I will do with the journal as well, I just will include some little plain white tags, cream tags in a little bag that you can then have to add into your journal. I mean, there's loads in here already. You probably don't really need it, but then you can just have places that you can add your own stuff as well. So there's a tuck spot there. Little piece of material flipping off here, and then I just hope you can see kind of closely enough what's going on. We've got a label there saying Astounded, and we've got a Bluebell Woods scene there, some embellishments for butterflies, and then we've got 3 tags in here, 2 that you can write on there, and just 1 for fun, which isn't really a tag per se, it's just like fun ephemera. But of course you could add papers on the back, do what you like. So we come on to like a bluebell print again from the kit, a tuck spot there, and I've just put 1 tag there. Which way around is that? Like that. It's got some embellishments on there, and you can write on the back there. I haven't inked everything, but a lot of it is inked. So this is inked, this isn't inked, but you've got a mixture of inked and non-inked pages as well. Then we have kind of like a booklet here. So this is one of the things I was explaining, that if it's sort of bulking out the journal too much, you can remove if you want to. So it's a pretty vellum there. It's embellished all the way down there. This is a tag that you can write on in there. And then on the back, you can write on there. But as I say, if that was bulking out the journal, let me just clip. What did I do? No, I can't remember. I think that went in there. Yeah, that's one that you could take out, and then you've got somewhere that you can journal behind there. So although it looks very busy, there are lots of hidden spaces to journal, and obviously because it's busy, it's pretty, like it's got a lot going on. So behind here you've got bluebell woods with the birds in. If you don't know what bluebell woods, if you're in the USA, then bluebells are something that we see really early in the spring. It's the first indication that we are having our spring. It's kind of a lavender colour, but they're open bells. That's why they're called bluebells. So it's something that we're really familiar with over here in the UK. So this one is like more of a kind of like shabby looking tag, but there's still space to write on there. Music paper, book paper, and you can move the tags around the journal as much as you want to and make it your own. Then we've got some really lovely lace here on the edge, and then this is mulberry paper, which is, you know, basically it's got florals stuck into the paper, so it's like a handmade paper. And then we have a lovely little tag there with book page and beads, and we've got some real French paper there, and a really nice pocket just there like that. So that's got lots on it, that pocket as well. Then we have some vellum, and we've got some stickers on the vellum, and the vellum has a little floral print in there. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a floral print in there. And then this is almost like a sort of scrapbooked page with a little bit of lots of things going on. You can see a lot of things going on in the picture with some of the kit in there, and then a little tag on the corner here which has embellishments on it. It's got a resin flower on it, it's got sari silk, and a place for journaling on the back. So this is a bit more of a busy page for looking at rather than journaling on, but I thought it was nice to have some different things going on. On this side you could journal on here, and then you have another tag there with a bird cage. Just a bit of a contrast look to the kit, to give it a little bit different. Got a cute kitten poking out there, and this isn't actually a pocket, it is just for show, so I just thought it was a really nice dynamic piece, but then somebody could journal on there as well. And then we have this blue ribbon on this side here. And on this side we've got bluebells with other sort of spring flowers, so I left that blank, but whoever has a journal can obviously clip stuff onto there if they want to. And then we have this gorgeous cute little fairy girl with some embellishment down the bottom book page and different fussy cuts and stuff. And then in here you've got more French letter, and as I said, this is genuinely been bought. And you have another card to journal on, which just has a different look to it. And you have an index card, which has also been, you know, I've used my own collage papers that I have in my shop and just kind of blinged it up with some lace and stuff like that. So I think the index cards have come out really well. I've got several of those throughout the book. It looks like we've got something on the other side. Yes. So again, we have, like, I can't easily turn it around, but we've got a bluebell woods image with some little purple cottages, and believe it or not, in England you can see things like this. Like if you go out into the countryside, you might see a cottage. It might be maybe not purple, but it might be a little pink cottage. You do see that type of thing. And then you can journal on the back of this card there. Again, a plainer blue piece. So these pieces are not part of the bluebell kit, but they're part of my pale blue kit, which I have both in Ko-fi and Etsy. In fact, you can find some of this on Ko-fi, and so you could write on that. And you've also got the journaling cards here, which are very much the bluebell, which way around, that way around, the bluebell theme. And then I started to sort of use a little bit of bling. I don't know if you can see, it's a bit sparkly. So there's a bit of bling throughout the journal as well, so I thought that added something really nice too. And then you have some lovely lace again. And then you have a gorgeous cat. And I didn't want to cover this cat up because I am a cat lover and a dog lover actually. So I've left that blank because I didn't want to ruin that image. And then over this side we have some bees in the woods as well, in the bluebell woods. And this one you can't journal on, but it's just a bit of fun. This one you can, but you can stick papers on the back. As I say, you can do what you want when it's yours. That's the thing. Oh, it's dropping out. And we have some vintage lace on the edge of here. This kind of old-fashioned blue, very English looking vintage lace that is. It's the type of thing that you would remember your gran to have, isn't it? That type of thing there. And then another lovely cat with a butterfly, some embellishments, again, some little clusters down the bottom. And in here we have gentleman French letter again. We have another tag, and we have another journaling card. So throughout the journal there is some Edith Holden as well, but it's not in there, so we haven't come to it yet. But we will. So then we've got some, I can't remember what it's called. What's it called? Ledger paper. Oh yes, here we are. Here's some Edith Holden. So we've got a really nice belly band with fabric behind, like a vintage fabric, and lots of embellishments, carrelaging going on. And then behind there I've included a page of, genuine page of Edith Holden book, whole page for April. we are coming up to April, but obviously this journal is not just going to be used in April, but it's an April sheet there. Pop that in. And then we have another place to put things. So decorated an envelope up and really had fun with that. I think I did that on a live, probably on TikTok. And then in there, I'm going to pop, or have I popped something already? Let me see. Maybe I have. I think there's something in here. Ah, I have. Yes. So this is actually from a Keats book. Keats was an English poet. There's a whole page there of a genuine Keats book, vintage book in there. So I didn't forget. I thought I might forget and put something in there. Sometimes I go back after at the very end and I add stuff in, but I must have done that, so that's good. Which way around? That way around. There we go. Let's pop that on. I hope you're doing well, guys. If you're just finding me for the first time, then give me a thumbs up and subscribe and follow through, and you'll see me make my next journal probably from the start when I get cracking with the next one. So there's a lovely fairy there which I just left as it is, but I did put some vintage lace on the edge. And then we've got a nice busy page here, so we've got a tuck spot from the kit there, another journaling card, little mini tag I mean, and then in here we've got a coin pocket which is made out of my collage paper, and inside we have another tag, and I've gone for some different colours just so that the whole journal just isn't blue, as I think it's important to have a variety of colour going on. So we've got flashes of brown and pink happening in the journal as well, and the odd bright colour happening. Again, opportunity to journal there if you know, don't mind mucking up the image. And then here we've got some pretty netting and opportunity to journal on this paler paper, and a lovely journaling card there with a cottage. So this is the middle of a signature. So how many have we done? So yeah, so this was the middle of the first signature. That only has a few beads on it, but there's the beads that I was talking about. This is the middle of the second signature. There's the beads there. And this is an actual vintage gardening book, which is part of the signature and right in the middle, and obviously I've not touched that. And then over here I've had a little kitten and some nice scrapbook paper and a kind of an vintage expense paper there. It's not genuine vintage, but it's been made to look vintage. There's a place for you to write, here. And then in here we have some fabric, we've got some stamping, we've got a little bit of beading going on here, and this was just for fun because it was nice and bright and it's got material in it. This one can be written on and this one can be written on. Okay, so those are in there. Pop them in, and then obviously behind you can write on there as well. So once you take your tags out, you can write on there. I think I need to put a little bit of glue on there. It's good to go through it actually because then I can see. So left the fairy as she is, and then we have another gorgeous little girl fairy. We've got embellishments going on here, all the way around here with clusters, the butterflies raised and a fussy cut. And then in here you've got a little tag with some lines on the back. You've got another tag there which is a bit different, and you've got the cat one there with a nice sparkly butterfly on the back. I did go through yesterday and double check there were enough tags everywhere that I was happy with. This is that vintage lace kind of material I'm telling you about. And then in here I've got two little tags here, look, again the woods, and a little bit of pink on that pocket there, which I thought was adding something special. And then we've got the ledger paper again. We've got a lovely, bold butterfly and book page, vintage book page, lace, a little label there. And inside here you have a small tag with a flower on it, somewhere to write on the back, and then a really long tag which has been embellished all the way through with the wording, some papers, a little bit of bling there with a charm, book page, material, lots going on there, and then a really, really good place to journal on the back. It's one of my favourite tags. It's also got the sari silk at the top as well. I did that on a live on TikTok as well. It was great fun. Left the bees as they were, but you can put stuff on there, you can write in there. And then on this one, we've got a beautiful tree, which has got bluebells underneath, and kind of like a blue sort of hue in there. And then, best day ever, that says. That's a journaling card there. So that was 2 signatures there, okay? So it's 5 signatures. So if you haven't grabbed yourself a cup of tea or coffee, you might need to. So we're on the 3rd signature. We've got blue ribbon. And then we have a belly band going all the way down with material, and then paper on the top, really well embellished. And then behind there you've got another Edith Holden. This is a January piece, and I just liked it because of the birds on it. I thought it was really pretty. And there you've got all her little writings on behind. Most people know who she is, just kind of famous for putting together that amazing record of wildlife throughout the year. Blank paper to write on, little embellishment in the corner, and I left the bees as they were. Then on this side we've got that again from a different kit, and I put a pocket in, embellished the pocket, and there's a little tag there, just quite simple but cute, popping in there. There's more room for tags in there for whoever has the journal, and another pretty little embellishment there with some charms and pink lace and beads. And on the back, to be honest, haven't left that much room for writing, but I just thought you could write on the front there anyway. And then here we have the cottage, we have the bluebells, we have the woods. So that's that. I did a bit of stamping there with some of my distressed inks because I thought it looked quite nice, and you could easily write on there. And then we come back to the mulberry paper. As you can see, it's got the little leaves in there, and as I say, I really like the index cards that have been made with the collage paper and the way that they've worked with the extra embellishments on, just to look really pretty. So that one's there. Let's pop that one there. And then we get to the middle of the signature, and we have a genuine book page, and this was from, I think it's called The Rise of Cranford or something. It's come from a series from the BBC, but it's the original Cranford village. It's come out of a book. And then we have more of this, and then we have quite an unusual one that pulls out. She is the whole image, so I tried to find a way of making her work. So she folds over, and then you have, this is actually a copy of the real thing, but this is a copy of a French receipt, and you can open it up like a couple of French receipts, and then you can write on the back, and that's popped in behind some really pretty blingy netting, and then it sits in there like that, so it folds in nicely. Then here got more opportunity to write, got the material, and you've got some real French letter again, and a really pretty blingy tag, long tag, and you know, a seeing on there. And the cottage, just left that as it is because it's just so cute. If I had a dream, it would be to live in the middle of nowhere in the countryside in a cottage just like that, but that would not be my husband's dream because he likes people around him all the time, but I would love that, and that would be my dream. And then we have another really nice tag, lots of embellishment, big bluebells on there, nice piece of ribbon, and you can still journal on the lighter colours there. Then we have some fabric, then we've got this gridded paper, graph paper, just a simple pocket here but lots of embellishment on it, and a cute little tag with a butterfly and a bit of pink going on, and obviously places to write around that. And on this side another big tag which I'm really fond of. I like the big tags. Didn't want to ruin this by sticking anything on it because I just love the tree images. And then you have all sorts of embellishment on there. You've got lace, you've got the words, you've got the cage, the bird, butterfly, and the sari silk there. And this one could be moved around the journal as you like, you know, it doesn't have to stay there at all. Put that one there. left the butterflies as they are, put this really thick vintage lace on there, and got in it. Oh, I need to stick that down. I'll re-stick that down. Then we have a coin pocket with just a couple of simple tags in there. Space for you to put more tags in there, I'd say. So that's another place for putting your own stuff. Place to write there. More stamping. It's kind of a dirty piece of paper where I coffee dyed and I used food colouring, and I really like that effect. It's really fun, but somewhere to write on here as well. And then over here we've got something a bit different. I like to ring the changes up and make the surprises happen. So place to journal there and here, and then in here we have a piece of actual book of fairies, historic fairies. Okay, a bit different, can't journal on it, but you can journal on the inside of there. So I wanted to make something different. That goes like that, that goes like that, and then that can pin on there. Again, that can be moved around. And then you've got this beautiful lady, and she stands out on her own. And then we have this cute little image with lots of embellishments there, and a really cute little tag that I think came out really well and looks very aged. I like that one. It's one of my favourites as well. Then on here, we've almost got like a belly band looking thing going on with a cottage in the middle, but it's actually spaced right on the back. And we have this one, which is another index card with sari silk, but with some pinks going on. And then the vellum. And over here we've got more of a top pocket with a couple of tags in there. This one is not for writing on, it's just for fun. But I put this in here, and this is what I mean. I've included some of these blank ones with the journal when I send it off. And there's a little space to put your own tags in there as well. Lovely lace going on there. Another plainer tag. Beautiful kitten, very cute. And then another card from the kit. And in that goes, in that goes. And then over here, I really like this index card again. Just think it comes out as a nice size. It comes out really well. It's a really lovely place for kind of journaling on the back. This was more of like a scrapbook design again, because I wanted to just break up kind of almost from the kit all the time. So this is from another one of my kits, but I just had a little bit of fun with that, and there's just one little place to journal there. I left the fairy alone. This is a big place to journal again. And did I show you the beading in this one? I didn't show you the beading in the middle. Let me just show you. There's the beading in the middle of the third signature. It's got an owl on there, some pretty greens on there. Alright, so then we have a side pocket with different designed tags on again. Pop that in there. And then there's some embellishments on that pocket there. And that's the end of the third signature. Let me see where these signatures are. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on the last signature. Somewhere I lost count along the way, I think, didn't I? Okay. Let's just get back to where we were. Okay, so this is the last signature. We've got this cute fairy, and then we've got one of these belly bands that got material, paper on the front, and lots of embellishment. And in here I put another piece of Edith Holden. There's a spring, some spring images there. Completely gone against the colour that I've been using, but again, I don't mind ringing the changes a little bit. Sometimes I think you need to. So that sticks out a little bit, but I think that's fine. And then we have more of a butterfly look, pinky one. And then here, some tags. This is the type of tags that I was saying about that I'll include with a journal. Space to write behind there. Some vintage lace. And then I really like this one, this envelope. It's got a napkin on the front, and inside this is genuine, not a copy, it's genuine pieces of French ephemera there, look, 2 pieces in there. I'll just gently put them back in because I don't want to muck them up. Obviously you can't write on those, but they're just extras, aren't they, to make the journal feel a little bit more precious. And there's white space there for you to journal on, but you know, you'd have to put, what you'd have to do is put something hard behind there, take all your ephemera off to be able to write on there. Just put some hard cardboard underneath and you'll be fine. Gorgeous cat again. And then a cute sort of pocket belly band look, lots of blues going on, pretty blues. And then in behind a nice blingy card tag, I should say. And we have a tag here with a different look on the back. Tried to make things different, exciting, keep it moving, keep it different. And then there's the woods in behind. Stamped paper for you to be able to write on. And this looks like it needs a paper clip. I really liked doing this. It was like a mishmash of different things, but the space to journal on the inside. But came out really pretty. I'll just pop a paper clip on here now while I think about it. But again, that's something that could be removed because it's a little bit thicker out of the journal and sort of held separately if you want to, if you don't want the bulk in there. Let's just put it on the side, I think. On the side. This one is a little bit more of a scrapbook look, but there is a pocket here with some embellishment and lace. And then here is a really pretty tag. I really like the colours in there. So that's got a bit of vintage cushion on the bottom, like lace from the cushion. Here's the middle of the last signature. And here's the beading and the fabric and stuff on that one. It's got a little bit more on it than some of the others. Sticker on there. And then we have a coin pocket with lots and lots going on it. And then inside a cute little tag. This could take a bigger tag, but what I've done is there's a resin flower there that stops it going down, but you could put a bigger tag in that one and move that one out. And then behind there I've done some napkin. On here we have just a kind of sort of index card with a big embellishment. And then this one we've got a few tags. This one's really cute. Just a plain piece of paper tag and another little cute tag in there and a lovely pocket. Somewhere to write there. This is another envelope, so let me see if I remember to put anything in it. You could write on there, it's a bit more busy, but so I really liked this envelope as well. The envelopes came out really well. So it looks like, yeah, I'll pop something in there. I don't know what yet, but I'll tell you what, I'll leave that one out. And then we have another journaling card, another pocket with a journaling card in the back, some blank white space, and there we have it, everybody. I really enjoyed showing you that. So whilst I'm here, let me just get some ephemera to go in here. Sorry, that was a bit of faffing around. I couldn't quite find what I was looking for. So, let's see what we've got in here. I think there's quite a lot of music throughout the book, so I'm not thinking the music. That's a very old piece of paper there, I'm going to say. Oh, that's cute. I'll put that one in. Put that in for whoever's having the journal. No, I'm not putting it in there. No. Put it in. Okay. It's the real thing. And then I'll put some leftover tags that haven't been embellished in there. as well. There we go. Don't want to bulk it out too much because I'm sure you can see that it is quite thick. There we go. So this journal might be claimed already. It may not be, but it might well be. So if there's a link down below to it, either in Ko-fi or Etsy, then it hasn't been claimed. If there isn't, then it's already been sold, and no doubt in the title it will say sold. So I don't know what that situation is at the moment, but you will be able to tell. So let me just remember where this was now. Who knows? Who knows? Here? I think it was. I think it was because I quite like the colour with that there. And there was a couple of places that needed gluing, but what I'll do, so that one, let's glue that one now while we're here. And I think it was a pocket as well. A blue material pocket, I seem to remember. I'd like to make sure that it's all okay before it goes anywhere. Let me just see if I can find it. I think it was this one. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed. No, I've lost it again, haven't I? I hope you enjoyed that flip through. I hope you enjoyed watching what I've made. And I'm always happy for people to make suggestions to what they'd like to see for the next one for the theme. And I have lots of kits that I can choose from, so I'm more than happy for people to make those suggestions, because I guess if you like to see it, then somebody's more likely to want to buy it, that theme. Okay, so thank you for watching everybody, and I will see you on Old Cottage Junk. Thank you.